anymore. Just stop it. The favor cannot be returned, so just let it go. Then just let it go. It is what it is. You got scammed. The 419, accept it and move on. Second, I just want to talk about what T said earlier about how other groups are not complaining. Other groups are complaining, and I'm really glad Tinubu is a president. After the next 8 years, this is the second time Yoruba has run Nigeria. So all the fake promises, because what they like to do is blame everything on
Oh,
the Igbo,
is
but
this a
Igbos are not.
question or a submission?
It's a submission. T, just stop it, dude. Anyway, they like to put
Time then, time
they
in.
like to put pressure on Igbo that the country is not
Uh,
working because of
Wilfred,
Igbo.
Wilfred, I'll give you
But
two
after the
minutes.
next 4 years, we will
Wilfred,
see if it's
Wilfred,
Igbo.
I'm trying to speak to you. I'm giving you 2 minutes because it's not an open panel. Your timer starts now. Go ahead.
So what the politics they like to play in Nigeria is they just blame the Igbo. That the Igbo is the reason why this isn't happening. The reason why the Igbo is a scapegoat to Nigeria. That's fine. Obasanjo was president. Okay. Now Tinubu will also be president. After the next 6 years, they still want to blame Igbo. That's their call. Every time something goes wrong, they blame Igbo. After Tinubu's done his 6 years, can they still blame Igbo after that? So Nigeria is starting to evolve, and that's why you see more people starting to support Peter Obi. The other groups are saying, you guys keep blaming Igbo for everything, but Igbo is not in power and things aren't working. So after Tinubu runs this 6 years, because this is all politics, even when Godfrey is saying it's all politics, how we don't have to return the favor, it's all politics. Other groups are seeing what's going on in Nigeria. So after the next 6 years, people will see, well, you guys keep saying Igbo is the fault, but guess what? Igbo is not in power, so how is Igbo at fault? So that's why I know the Igbo's time will come because we're seeing it in real life. You keep saying Igbo is the reason why everything's not working, but Igbo's not in power. So I don't know how it makes sense. I'll submit my time. Everyone's looking. All the other groups are looking at Nigeria and say, you guys see Igbo is a problem, right? Igbo is not in power. Tinubu only appointed his own people. So how can Igbo be the issue? There you go. Thank you. I'm done.
All right. Thank you. PLG. I'm so honored to see you in the room. It's been a long time, my sister. Thank you, PLG. So now, South South. You have 5 minutes. After South South, Agba, and then the Rising Sun. Then we have an open panel to discuss further. That you didn't need me to talk at all. So go ahead, Southside.
All right. Thank you very much, TM. You're doing a wonderful job. It's quite unfortunate that TikTok is not it's no longer a safe space for a lot of for us, because they are allowing a lot of physically disabled persons to come on TikTok and shout all day long, which is very concerning for most of us. I mean, there are certain persons that should be in a hospital, psychiatric home, somewhere, not so it's concerning to me anyway, Sha. So that is just it. But moving forward, let's talk about the issue that is ongoing in Nigeria. First of all, it is sad that despite the fact that every other person in Nigeria in the last election voted for Peter Obi, somehow these Igbo people are so ungrateful to the point that they still come on social media and accuse every other tribe in Nigeria of trying to victimize the Igbos, of trying to marginalize the Igbos, right? In the history of Nigeria, I have never seen a presidential candidate that enjoys so much privilege like the Igbo candidate known as Peter Obi. 2023, Peter Obi won over 25 million votes in Lagos. Lagos State is a Yoruba-dominated area, for God's sake. The Yorubas gave Peter Obi a lot of votes, but yet still, these ungrateful ass come on social media, disrespect and insult every other Nigerian. Now, last time I was on your platform, some of your people, some of your Ghanaians, you were saying that, oh, Nigerians, you guys are not trying because you guys are not united. When people come on social media platforms like this and use comments like shithole, shithole, stupid, and all this stuff, disrespecting Nigerians and denigrating Nigerians, how do you now expect Nigerians to come out and support this kind of people? This is the problem, right? So when you see Nigerians coming out to bash these people, and it's not largely because Nigerians are unpatriotic or Nigerians hate them. It is because of the please can you mute? It is because of this law they use against other Nigerians whenever they get any opportunity in public media platform. They blackmail, disrespect, and insult every other ethnic group in Nigeria. They call Nigerians names like zoo, animals, shithole, and all whatnot. So it is disturbing. That is why you will not see any ethnic group in Nigeria tilting towards or trying to support these guys. Let me say this, 2021 was the biggest mistake of every other tribe in Nigeria, right? We are not going to make that mistake any longer again, yes. And the presidency is not the birthright of Igbo people in Nigeria. It's not their birthright. They are a minority in Nigeria, by the way, right? So presidency or running the country is not their birthright. And lastly, Igbo people are holding Nigerians in hostage, right? They've hijacked our economy, right? They've monopolized the entire business and commerce platform in Nigeria, right? You can hardly do anything without having to go through Igbo business people, right? So every other ethnic group is left to, they have suffocated every other ethnic group when it comes to business in Nigeria, right? They've implemented, they have this parallel trading union in every state in Nigeria. Same thing they have in Ghana. They have like the Igbo trade union, which is a parallel trade union, you know, outside the government's certified union. You know, no other ethnic group has a trade union. No other ethnic. The only people that have a trade union in every state they go to is the Igbo people. And they also have this trade union in other countries around the world. So they hijack the economy and commerce of that particular country strictly for their businesses. So if you're not an Igbo person, you cannot conduct business, you cannot compete, you cannot do anything without going through Igbo people. This kind of mentality they have, where like everything is, they see everything as their birthright, is the problem. Right? So we are not going to make that mistake any longer again, that we are going to come out, mobilize, use our money, promote and sponsor a candidate. At the end of the day, these charlatans will come on social media, disrespect and insult Nigerians. That's not going to happen again. So that is just all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a
Thank
question,
you.
Bruce. I have a
Okay,
question.
ask your question.
So, Mr. South, good afternoon, sir.
I forgot to greet you. Well done, sir.
Okay. The topic here is, why are the Igbos still marginalized in Nigeria after the Civil War? So the question to you now, sir, is, are the Igbos truly marginalized in Nigeria? Thank you.
All right. Absolutely not. Igbo people are not marginalized in Nigeria. And this is not me being dishonest. This is me being straightforward and truthful, because they themselves, they've come out on several occasions to say that they are the richest tribe in Nigeria and in Africa. So how is it that the richest tribe in Africa and in Nigeria are marginalized? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's just like saying two things at the same time, right? So if you're marginalized, how are you then the richest tribe in Nigeria and in Africa? How are you then the most successful tribe in Nigeria and in Africa? It's obvious that you're not marginalized. That is why you're the richest tribe in Africa. So they literally know that they are not marginalized. This is a politically motivated blackmail by the Igbo people to hijack power and the economy of Nigeria. Thank you.
Even though, you know.
Go finish your food, then you come back.
No, no, no,
South.
no. Let me
Second question is,
no,
in
let me ask.
Nigeria, does
Let me
our
ask
sat nav
now.
working?
Hello.
Do we have
Are
sat
you
nav
the
that is
moderator?
working?
If you are the moderator, I can quit. You know, you can moderate your platform. I don't give a fuck. All right. If you are the moderator, you don't want me to ask questions, then I can just go down. Now, I am asking Titanic or whatever he called him. He said that the Igbo people monopolize the business. God. So, do you have a popular market in your area, in your, where you came from? I am asking you.
We have markets everywhere in Nigeria.
In that market that belongs to your land, Have you gone there to go and get a shop, to go to China and to go and bring in goods or to buy locally, and nobody agreed to sell to you, or you rent a shop to stock your goods, nobody agreed to buy from you?
I don't get. Come again, please. Ask your
Okay,
question again.
so my question is this: you say that Igbo people monopolize the business, they have trade union and everything, right? Now I am asking you, let us even start from your own state, because I know that you have a sawdust brain. If you are in Lagos, you cannot compete. So let us start from your home state in New York.
First,
At
he's
least,
abusing everybody.
no, he has
Is
a
this
he
is
has
this
a
allowed?
vendor. I don't want to bring him to Lagos because he cannot compete. That's why I want to use his hometown, because that is where he has the enormous power. That's why I first asked him, did they have a popular market in New York? Now I ask you, have you rented a shop, pay for a shop, stock it with goods, and the Igbo people say Titanic, you will shut down that shop. You don't permit to sell.
Those are irrelevant questions. Host, let me
Okay.
do my submission before this back and forth.
Agba, can you give me 1 minute?
Excuse me, you say it's an irrelevant question. That's why I said that you
Um,
guys have a sawdust.
Okay, you want to answer your
You
question
guys
now?
have a
Keep quiet,
sawdust
Joe.
in
Keep
your
quiet.
brain. I asked him
yes.
a pure sweat question. You say it's an irrelevant question.
He's going to answer
And
you.
he took
Okay.
his
Okay.
shop,
Sorry.
and
Sorry.
nobody agreed to buy from him. Or he went to China to go and buy. Igbo people shot the aircraft, say, hey, you cannot enter flight, you can't go and buy. No
It's
way.
okay. Let him answer now. It's okay. Let him answer.
Okay, answer.
All right.
Okay.
Guys,
So
I was on
again,
a call. I wish everybody's having their time equally. Sorry, I was on a call.
All right.
Host, I never had my time here to
So
this guy has
answer.
been disrupting.
Okay, Southside,
Answer.
answer so that Agba will go.
oh,
Just make it short.
okay. Thank you. Again, I'm forced to sympathize with you again. Igbo defense, you need to take out time to seek medical attention. It's obvious you're physically disabled and you need medical
Just
assistance.
answer
But
the question.
moving forward, it's disturbing when I see deaf and dumb come on social media. It's disturbing for me. But moving forward, um, so in literal terms, right, you don't have to deny people the right to purchase or acquire goods or services from foreign countries. Um, the problem we are having is that you have a parallel trade network that you've established that is exclusive to people of your ethnic group. And you've done the same thing in Ghana and other countries around the world. When you migrate to people's places, you set up a parallel trade network, right? And then you are the you are the wholesaler at the same time you are the retailer,
Please
right?
let someone
Wholesaler.
else take the mic.
Why are you being?
You have a
Hold
sawdust.
on. Why are you being disrupted? I'm answering your question, so just be a mute.
You have
Stop
a
behaving like
sawdust
a
in your brain.
stop
So you
stop
don't need
behaving like an animal. Just mute your mic. Mute
You
your
have
mic.
a sawdust in your brain.
Mute.
You
Just
don't
mute.
need
I'm answering your
Guys,
question.
can
So
we can we do
Can
away
you
with the
meet this guy?
insults?
He's just
Can
abused.
we
He's just
Please
insulting
let someone
everyone.
can we
else
Can
do
you mute
away
him?
with the
take
insult?
the
Okay.
mic.
I think we would have to move on. Let's move on. Southside.
so TM
Igbo
historically,
defender.
I
Let's
just
move
wanted
on.
to answer this question because it's a very critical question.
You don't
So the
have anything
response.
to answer. You are
Uh,
just
Igbo
diverting
defender,
talking from
hold
one place
on.
to
Igbo defender, please control your mic. Just control your mic. We want to have this conversation. Everybody will get their turn to
So
speak. Southside,
so
just land so we can move
Okay,
on.
so I'm landing. Like I said, the Igbo people, they both act as both the wholesalers and the retailers. You know that naturally the wholesalers buy product at a very cheaper rate because they have exclusive deals from the manufacturers or producers of those products, right? But at the same time, when they bring these products to town or other countries, rather than giving it out to the retailers to retail and make some money for themselves, they also act as retailers in the process. And at the same time, they are also selling to other retailers. So it makes it difficult for non-Igbo people who are actually retailers to compete in business because what? They've monopolized the business, they've killed free market principle, and it's difficult for other people to do business because they, as the wholesalers, will be selling at a very cheap, they'll be selling at factory price, cheap rate. So it makes it very difficult for other people to do business. So these are the kind of business practices that are anti-democratic and that are very detrimental to the
Okay.
local economy of a
Okay.
place.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you, Sasa.
Oh,
Agba, take your 5 minutes. Agba Akin. Eh? Agba, we cannot hear you, Agba.
I'm speaking now. Can you put me on big screen, please?
Hey, Agba is
What I'm
asking
going to
for
show
big
is,
screen. Ah,
yes, what I'm
wow.
going to show is just normal.
Your time starts, so you go ahead.
All right. So this guy, the Igbo guy, spoke here that they voted for Olusegun Obasanjo in 1999 presidential election because the Igbos like Yoruba. That's why they voted for Obasanjo. So, but that is not the case. So actually, in 1999 presidential election, the Igbos have no choice other than to vote a Yoruba man. And the reason is because the two biggest parties in Nigeria came up with two Yoruba candidates. One is Olusegun Obasanjo and the other one is Olufalaye. So they came up from the biggest um, party in Nigeria. So the Igbo do not have a choice. They need to pick one. But unfortunately for the Igbos, they pick the candidate that is not Yoruba candidate. Obasanjo was not candidate, was not Yoruba candidate. So they voted for Obasanjo, and Obasanjo won the election. So do they support Yoruba in that aspect? No. And how do we know that Obasanjo was not Yoruba candidate? The result, we see it. So this is the result map here below. I'm going to put it on the big screen. So this is the result map. So the blue area is the Olufalaye, are the states where Olufalaye won. And the green area are the states where Obasanjo won. So this election result shows that the Yorubas voted for Olufalaye. Even in Obasanjo local government, he couldn't win. Olufalaye is from Ondo State, this deep blue. That is why he got most votes from Ondo State here, this deepest blue, and Lagos. And you can see these are Yoruba land. Obasanjo couldn't win one state in Yoruba land. But when you come here, the Igbos voted for him massively in all their states. You can see it's all green. And Hausa also voted for Olufalaye because this is Hausa, part of Hausa, some of the Hausa states, including Castina. So you voted for Obasanjo, you did not vote for a Yoruba person. Obasanjo does not represent Yoruba. He was the military, he was more popular than Olufalaye, and that is why you can see all the green area. Obasanjo win all those green area, including this. The Igbos voted for Obasanjo. Olufalaye was the Yoruba candidate. So that is for that. Let's go to 1993. So he said Igbo voted for what is his name? MKO Abiola in 1993 presidential election. So Abiola was competing with a man called Tofa. And Abiola is a Yoruba and Tofa is from the north. And Tofa deputy vice presidential candidate is an Igbo man. Now, he said that they voted for Abiola. So we're going to show you the election results. Abiola won that election, but at the end of the day, the Igbo man who was in charge of the election board, who was in charge of INEC as at that time, it wasn't called INEC, but it was INEC at that time. The Igbo man was the one that unified the election because this Yoruba man won, MK Abiola won. And this is the result for that election. Now, when you look at this election, the green part is for Abiola, SDP party, and the other part is for Tofa. This is Yoruba land, and the Yoruba voted for Abiola here. But Abiola lost election in many Hausa states. And then when you come to the Igbo land, he won by a slim chance in Anambra. But the rest of the Igbo land, they did not vote for him. So when Igbo come here, they talk with emotion. They will never bring you any evidence. They lie. And anybody that tells me lie, anybody that tells you lie, consider you stupid. That's just it. You are stupid. I must tell these people, this person lie because this person is stupid. It's a total disrespect for somebody to come here and tell you lies. And if you don't understand that. In fact, when you go to this AI, ChatGPT, Grok, all of them, when you ask them, has Igbo ever become president? Yesterday I was chatting. One of the AI told me Igbo has never become president of Nigeria. Do you know why? Because all these AI tools, some of them will go to pick their result from the fake stories that Igbos are posted on the social media and give it to you. So you also have to be smart for you to decide what is true and what is not true. And this guy was asking Ikwere guy whether he has a shop in Nigeria, and he has, those are very, very stupid questions. How can you be asking? Every tribe in Nigeria have owned a shop and they have stocked their shops. Those questions are irrelevant. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. Anyone has questions for him?
I have a question for Agbaki.
Ask your question.
Should I go first?
Agbaki, good afternoon, sir.
Okay, someone else.
Agbaki, good afternoon, sir.
See, ask your question.
Okay, my question goes like, um, I mentioned the size of the five southeast states, and I said the total number or the figure that came out of that is 29,000 square kilometers, and Oyo State is 28,000 square kilometers. Please, Agbaki, could you kindly confirm if this is true or not? Thank you.
Question.
Question is about the size of the states in Southeast. I made mention of 29,000 square kilometer for five Southeast states. And I said Oyo State is 28,000 square kilometer. So somebody was disputing that. He said our sat nav and our all the technologies in Nigeria are not working. He said that is a lie. Please, can you confirm if it's a lie or true?
It's true that Oyo State is 28,000 square kilometer and the southeast is 29,000 square kilometer. But Oyo State is bigger than all Igbo land in southeast, because all the 29,000 square kilometers in the southeast does not belong to all the land does not belong to Igbos. There are part of the southeast that is belong to Igala and some other ethnic nation in Enugu. So Igbo land is less than 28,000 square kilometers. But in terms of size of the total size of the five eastern states, they are 29,000 square kilometer, and your state is 28,000 square kilometer. Yeah, that's correct.
So,
Thank
host,
you very much.
this is a case of a criminal is asking a criminal to confirm if he stole something from this shop. That is exactly what these two people are doing. So that's why I say I don't want to engage them, because everything that they are showing here is called Oluwale. We have the headquarter in Lagos. Oluwale means where you print everything fake. So they have the headquarter in Lagos. So I don't want to engage them, right? So for me to correct his when somebody trying to be biased, he can't even listen to what you just said very well. So when I'm making my first submission, I said Obasanjo. I never said Abiola. The reason why I brought Abiola in is I said the mood of the nation as of that time in 1999 is because of the death of Abiola, right? So I never said who voted Abiola or who not voted Abiola. So all this illustration that he's making here, I know that his mind is always biased. I know them. We know them. So that's why he's trying to say what I did not, right? So like as I said, there is no accurate data in Nigeria. There is none. If they feel that Igbos are less population, whenever they want to count their shithole census they want to do, let them have the goal to fit every ethnic group in that organization that we count it. Don't just go and select Yorubas and some few not to make a census for the whole